Job Vlog.
Well, I hope you guys don't mind me getting some of these movie reviews out of the way while I'm out here jogging. See, on Amazon Prime Video, I caught Dirty Rotten Scoundrels from 1988. And you know what? This was a pretty good comedy. And that's one of the things about Steve Martin. I don't find him particularly funny or hilarious. He maybe in spurts, but he has a very good track record when it comes to movies. You know, look into that on your own. But anyhow, this is a story about swindlers. You got this guy, Michael Caine, who here has less hair than he does now, 30-some years later. He is a British expat. He's living in France, and he pretends to be a king to swindle rich ladies. So he needs money for his freedom fighters. They'll give him jewelry. Somehow he transformed a brooch into a very well-kept lawn. I think he must be making a killing on the real estate market side of things, because I don't think he's doing enough swindling for that to be his only means of getting money. An American comes into town, and it's weird that you see Steve Martin and he's being called a young man with a head full of gray hair. He's like 40 also. It doesn't make sense. Anyways, this guy is a bit of a shyster too, but low. I mean, like, he'll con a lady into paying for his meal, his small potato stuff. Well, he comes to find that Michael Caine has gotten all his stuff by ill-begotten means too, and he threatens to out him. And Michael Caine's like, okay, here's what we'll do. You want to learn how to play with the big boys? I'll take you under my wing. What the hell was that? The hazards of being outside. Take you under my wings, teach you how to do this right. And that's what he does. He teaches them how to be a gentleman scammer. Which is weird because there's not any payoff for this. As when they try to do teamwork, Steve Martin plays some kind of bumbling dunce special needs brother in a joke I don't think you could get away with these days. Even though there's nothing like I would find terribly offensive about this. The movie's directed by Frank Oz, you know, Yoda. Things are going okay, but Steve Martin doesn't like playing this role, and so he concocts this plan that they're going to have a challenge. There's a new gal in town. I think they called her the Soap Queen or something. It's like, okay, whoever gets $50,000 from her first wins, loser leaves town. Michael Caine's okay with this, and it's fun seeing how they bend the truth and one-up each other. Looks like they got made, but they twist it. And it's a pretty decent comedy, really. You should check this out if you haven't. I know there was a recent remake, gender flip, called, The Hustle, Anne Hathaway, Rebel Wilson. Haven't seen that, but I've seen it advertised around. Just different things are going bad for them. Getting into spoilers a bit here, but this gal they're trying to con, Janet, she says she's actually poor. She's the Soap Queen or whatever because she won some contest. And Michael Caine starts to feel bad for her, and then they try to seduce her some, and it's like, oh hey, she would never fall for a guy like you, Steve Martin. Just as it seems as though she did, she takes all of his stuff and leaves. Though there was word going around that the Jackal, a con artist, was hit in Europe, and you kind of thought that was Steve Martin, but then you learn it's Janet. Janet Jackal. We should have saw this coming, says Steve Martin. Just as everything's looking like they're gonna part ways, in come a whole lot of tourists from like Greece looking to buy property, and Janet is like the real estate agent ready to sell this place that Michael Caine wants to put on the market, I suppose. And now they're gonna scam some people. I mean, just straight up sell it. I don't see the scam here. But hey, it's how the movie ends. What is she gonna pull? A 2-on-1 here? I don't know, but there probably could have been room for a sequel. I don't see why there wasn't. I give Dirty Rotten Scoundrels 3 out of 4 stars.
You're a very beautiful senora, and I'm ashamed to ask you for $1 American per month to listen to my weekly podcast on Patreon. But if I don't, my father will beat me.